The Trailblazers focused as they walked into the locker room earlier on. Their job is basic tonight. Get a win on their home court. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The bustling city of Portland, Oregon. This is the backdrop for our broadcast setting tonight. Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. D8. The players love him. Thank you, David. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You take a look at Los Angeles. What a run they've had this year, in first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding. And, of course, Portland, right now, quite a ways down below.
And for the Trailblazers, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're disappointed in that. I mean, they were hoping to take that next step.
And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Davis is out there with Caldwell Pope, and it's McGee in at the center. And for the Trailblazers, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. Caldwell Pope tries again. Collins grabs the miss.
Not how you want to start the game. 4 straight misses. I'd like to see some better ball movement from them.
Here's Nurkic. McCollum outside. The Trailblazers moving the ball around. Anthony's shot is off. Lakers have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here.
Yeah, the Blazers boasting one of the game's elite backcourts in Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum. I mean, other than the Splash Brothers, these two have the most points and three-pointers of any duo over the last handful of seasons.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Davis. The shot missing. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
And the Blazers used to stagger Lillard and McCollum's minutes. Chris, now they've embraced these two playing together more often.
Yeah, and they should, Kevin. I mean, they're both standing about 6'3", so defensively they give up a little height. But on the offensive end, the firepower that they bring to bear is something to watch.
Lillard, the pass to Collins. A 3 from McCollum. A rebound by the Lakers. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played. Here's Caldwell Pope. Green breaking loose. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket. And it's all knotted up.
And Caldwell Pope just blows past defenders with his speed. Just a sensational finisher all around the bucket.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Well, Chris, as we wind toward the end of the regular season, what do you notice as an analyst that you didn't notice when you were playing?
Wow, I think what I didn't notice when I was playing is everything that goes on around the arena. Now I get to the games a couple of hours early. I get to interact with fans. I get to see game productions. The business of basketball, just how much everyone loves the game, from Adam Silver down to someone at the concession stands at the arena, how it really is a community and a family. Because when I was in Sacramento, I'm just playing for Sacramento. I didn't realize how many people in New York and Detroit and other places supported not only us in Sacramento, but their home teams, and just seeing how passionate everyone in the business of basketball, how passionate they are, and that's just something awesome to be a part of.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, Anthony kicks to Nurkic. Doesn't go for him. Excellent D that time there from McGee. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. The offensive rebound. And the rejection by Collins.
This is the defense Collins brings to the table. Excellent at knowing when to go after blocks.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well. In third, the Lakers.
I mean, they've gotten a little more aggressive defensively. You can become a more confident team on that end, and so much of it, I think, has to do with forcing turnovers and creating offense.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Hassan Whiteside comes in for Jusuf Nurkic, and it's Little in for Zach Collins. The Lakers trail. Now the pass to Davis. Here's the three. And the Lakers with another miss.
Just can't find it. Touch this quarter. He's got to keep grinding, though, and looking for the best shot possible.
Little dishes to Whiteside. McCollum outside. And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
The 19-foot shot, he squares up and sinks it.
And Melo, a skilled shooter, if he gets a clean look, you expect him to make it.
Outside, Davis. Pass to James. Floats it up for Davis, and Davis throws it down.
He pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. And we were talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words, Greg, what he's able to do on the basketball floor?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
Kuzma finds James. Out to Kuzma. A three-pointer off the mark.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Now here's Little. Tight defense on him. Three-pointer, Lillard. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Waiters, here we go. And Waiters with the stuff.
You know, didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. Lillard scanning the floor. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Lakers lead by 3. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Great team play, so key to winning. Damian Lillard broke down the keys.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think it's one thing to say, let's be.
Knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Simons in at the point guard. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Here's Waiters. And that one hits back iron. Portland trailing here. Simons, the pass to Trent.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. The Lakers shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively, to say the least. Now here's Waiters. D right on him. No good there with the step-back J. And Portland with the ball. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Whiteside, good.
And they've had 2 completely different quarters. Field goal percentage just over 20 in the first, and they've shot themselves out of that slump and have the lead here in the second.
Waiters outside. 14 feet away. They get it back. They shoot again. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Kuzma.
Masterful at timing, when to go after offensive rebound. Kuzma excels at getting the right position.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for 1 more.
And 6 straight playoff appearances for the Blazers under Terry Stotts. Last season making the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, GA, and he was rewarded with a multi-year contract extension. He's done a great job developing their young players while also having them compete at a high level.
Nurkic checked in for Portland. Collins comes in for Little. And then for the Lakers, JaVale McGee's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Green in for Waiters. And the slam dunk by McGee.
No, that's just too easy for McGee. I mean, the minute he establishes position in this area, the defense is done.
Here's Simons. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. They get it back. Nurkic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Oh, the sheer size Nurkic possesses is sometimes overwhelming, which is how he gets these fouls.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And last season, a rare 5-by-5 game achieved by Jusuf Nurkic. 24 points, 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, Greg, and 5 blocks in a game against the Kings.
And how about the only player ever to log a 20, 25, and 5 game? The Bosnian Beast making a name for himself.
Now look at this. This is one of Smith's specialties. He has a quick release fire off the pass.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Simons surveying the D. Shoots the 3. The shot off that time, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
Yeah, and they can't afford a repeat of that. They need a lot more minutes out of their core group tonight.
Nurkic kicks to Hezonja. Pass to Simon. Takes the 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. Simons has got his first 3 points of the game. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. And now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. And that will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do with the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. Launches a 3. Hezonja's shot is off.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Caruso, no good. Portland's gone 104 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Nurkic against McGee. Releases. Hits. Got that one from Nurkic. Nurkic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is, Greg. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes, Greg, it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
deciding to change it up.
Now we get a chance to check out LeBron James. Just an incredible month of basketball. Third in scoring, and he's one of the most creative passers in the game, ranked third overall in assists per.
And the only way you average top 3 in points if you have that scorer's mentality. He knows he's the go-to guy, and everyone else knows it as well. And the wide open shot from Green. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Sunday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz.
And for that game against the Jazz, on paper, you'd expect them to come away with the win, but this might be one of those trap games where they let it get away from them if they aren't focused.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Let's quickly now take a peek at the league leaders in blocks. Hassan Whiteside on top, Anthony Davis third.
Those two have both mastered the art of the shot block. And believe me, guys, it is an art. It's not all about size.
Howard in the post. He's guarded by Nurkic. And it's slammed in by Howard.
You allow Howard to get in close, he's going to punch that ticket.
55 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Lillard from outside, but they recover it. Here's Nurkic, cans the 12-footer. Nurkic has got 6 points in the quarter.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
Here's LeBron, and James throws it down.
That's just crazy athleticism from James. His vertical is through the roof.
For Portland, they've gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%. Collins kicks to Lillard, releases, and Portland again with the bucket. They talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Loads it up for Davis. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Collins. Pope loose. A reverse. And Lillard lays it up and in. Lillard's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers.
What poise right there from Lillard. Outstanding at finishing in tight spots.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Trailblazers out in front, leading by 3. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, it's been a grinded-out game. What have you seen from your team so far?
Well, we're competing. You know, neither team's really shooting the ball that well, but both teams are playing hard.
Energy always leads to good results. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They kept at it on both ends of the floor, and at the end of the period, they had a slight deficit of 3 points. The second quarter was a different story than the first. They played with energy, confidence in building a 3-point lead at the break. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, I think they're feeling the energy of this hometown crowd. Sometimes you get a little complacent and comfortable in your surroundings, but no, they fed off adrenaline in the first half.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Lakers?
They did some good things, but not enough. They need to start being more assertive. Go harder to the rim. Generate some free throw opportunities at the very least. Do something.
And that's a wrap with the third.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You played for a lot of different coaches in your career, Chris. I'm sure you saw characteristics that you like in a head coach with all the different people you played for.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely want coaches that challenge you, that want to make you better, that helps with the team chemistry. But I would say, number one, you want a coach that understands they are such a good coach that their job is to infuse you with as much information during practice, and then come game time, they trust you to go out and do your thing. They don't micromanage during the big games. They say, wait a minute, we put in enough practice time, you know what we should do, now go out there and execute. The ones that trust you, you gotta love.
Right. Taking a look at Los Angeles. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. JaVale McGee is out there with Davis, and it's Caldwell Pope in at the 3 spot. The feed to McGee. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Well, that's where McGee makes his living. On the interior, it makes them a much more effective offense when he's able to contribute in the painted area.
James against Lillard. He kicks to Nurkic. Left side Collins. 6 on the shot clock. Over Davis. Collins, good. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
Strong buckets like this help energize guys. I mean, Collins looking like no one can hold him there.
With the floater. McGee's shot is off. And for Portland, they're shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Pass to Collins. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Shooting at a high percentage. All teams aim to do that. Let's see the league's best. The Lakers, number 1.
Are just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
McGee against Nurkic. And that one drops.
Timeout.
Green's got his first bucket in this one.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
A championship standard in L.A. with the Lakers. The expectations will always be high.
Oh, yeah, Jay, you've been there with me. I mean, we both look up in the Raptors and seen those 16 championship banners up there. I mean, with LeBron James in the fold, the expectation is to get to 17, 18, 19.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Smith outside. Caldwell Pope outside. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. Over Anthony. Trying to get open is Kuzma. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Anthony Davis. Lillard against James. Here is Lillard. 8 points for him. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Here we go. James heading to the hoop. And it's Davis finishing it off.
An elite passer at his position. I mean, James always seems to make the right decision.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. And the pass to Anthony. Little with the ball. Working on Smith. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Little's got his first basket of the night. As we approach the 4th quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
The Lakers have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the 3rd quarter. A nice 62% from the field. James kicks to Caldwell Pope. It's stolen by Little. And now Portland on the break. Anthony's shot is off.
He's lucky his teammates have picked up the slack for him. I mean, his shooting has been horrific.
It's LeBron with the drive, and James throws it down.
And when you give James a lane to the basket, he's going to dunk it hard. Amazing watching him just glide through the air.
McCollum kicks to Little. Passes to Carmelo. 1:44 left to play in the 3rd. Lakers have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the 2nd half. They've got to be happy with that. Smith in the posts, covered by Lillard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, if teams are getting shaken up a bit, coach is usually the first to go, get fired. Do you think teams get too trigger happy with that aspect, coach first and then looking at the team?
Yeah, I do. But unfortunately, if you're the head of the team, that's the responsibility, and that's kind of that's your job, to take all of the heat. Being a coach is such a thankless job. You don't get thanked unless you win the championship. If not, it's like, good job, okay. We don't care about the fires you put out. We don't care about the players you develop. We don't care about the chemistry you built. You didn't win, and so, yeah, coaches are usually the first to go, and it's unfair. But hopefully they have some connections and they have a good resume, because they'll be back around somewhere else. They'll pop up somewhere.
They sure will.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Smith, the pass to Waiters. Now Davis. Pass to Caruso. Clock at 6. Count that one. Caruso's got 6.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
McCollum dishes to Whiteside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Yeah, Kevin, great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. And the Lakers with some changes. Markieff Morris is checked in for Anthony Davis. And it's Green in for J.R. Smith. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's McCollum. That one goes in. McCollum's got his second bucket tonight.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Pass to Waiters. Jacks up a 3. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Portland leading.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, no need to give the ball back here. You want to close this quarter with momentum.
Bobbed up there for Howard. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Trailblazers lead by 2. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Then there's McCollum, and it's Simons in at the 1. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Morris, no good. And here are the Trailblazers. The lead is 2. Here's McCollum. Drops in the layup for 2.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Lakers shooting at 46%, making some buckets. And there's the pass to Caruso. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Yeah, just trying to keep the momentum now, and that's easier said than done.
Here's Simons. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
And how about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
Here's Waiters. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Simons. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Love the unselfish mindset. I mean, McCollum is always looking to set his guys up.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Alex Caruso.
Oh, man. a star at a mid-major. Shout out to all the mid-major colleges. Lehigh University, C.J. McCollum wasn't that blue-chip prospect, but he sure worked his way to the top.
Right side, Green. Here's Kuzma, banked in off the glass.
You see how comfortable Kuzma is from there. I mean, he knows he has the size and touch needed to be effective.
Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Collins, good. Four-year player at Lehigh, McCollum earned his degree in journalism.
Yeah, he had to beg his parents to switch from a business major. But now he's putting his degree to use. He already interviewed the commissioner. Man, keep playing. He's trying to come for my job, Kevin. When his playing days are done, though, I'm sure he'll be looking to try to take my job and yours and continue on that path.
To the middle. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And it's a 9-point Trailblazer lead.
And it's encouraging whenever McCollum scores inside, proving that he's more than just a jump shooter.
Bounce pass from Waiters. Doubled by McCollum. Shot clock at 6. Shot's good by Waiters. Trailblazers leading by 7. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Passes it to Collins. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Dwight Howard.
And look, a tough rookie season for Zach Collins, but boy, he's bounced back. Much better in terms of shooting, showing why he was taken in the top 10 back in 2017.
Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Portland. Lillard comes in for Anthony Simon. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. James comes in for Waiters.
I like the kick out there, recognizing there's more room outside than inside.
And you look at Collins, able to protect the rim and space the floor offensively.
And fits that modern template for an NBA center. Time will tell how good he can be, but he's already making an impact.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this high, a great chance to extend this lead.
Here's LeBron, and finished off by LeBron.
Well, Kevin, you can't afford to let James get any separation. He's a terrific shooter off the screen.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That's his first foul. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's Lillard. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Yeah, Kevin, such a smart play. Lillard willing to take the jumper from the mid-range.
And the Lakers call time here. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Jusuf Nurkic.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
He doesn't take over games like this very much, but it's always possible. And when he does, here at home, these fans love it. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
During that break, Frank Vogel had some real words for his team. He said, if we're going to pull this out, we have to do it as a team. We have to rely on one another, trust one another, and help one another. Let's go get this. Kevin, back to you.
And Caldwell Pope can be a volume three-point shooter, meaning when he gets a lot of attempts from there, he can fill it up from downtown.
Caldwell Pope against Anthony. Here's Lillard. Here's Nurkic. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
I mean, Kevin, look, he's using his height and weight well on the glass. Nurkic, effective when it comes to going after the rebound.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Davis is checked in. Free throw good. Nurkic
Oh, man, an underrated big man. Nurkic, I mean, his brute strength is intimidating to deal with on both ends.
Green against McCollum. Green kicks to Caldwell Pope. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're ahead by 7. We've got 1:13 left in the 4th quarter. Lillard against James. Lillard outside. Pass to Nurkic. James against Lillard. Outside Anthony. Beyond the arc. Hits the three-point bomb. Anthony's got the lead up to 10 now for Portland.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Trailblazers.
And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category, and they continually put pressure on the defense.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And they're going to bring this season series to an end with a very nice victory here today. These teams spent a lot of time on the floor together this year.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jusuf Nurkic.
And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Caldwell Pope. We've got 13 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Adams taking his time here. There's the triple. Off the mark. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference.